the Oscars. To be frank, I really had some few doubts within me, but I said, okay, let me give into his reach. And along the line, it was really interesting and encouraging. It wasn't really easy. He went through a whole lot of stress. I could remember a couple of times when I'm getting up in the morning and he's telling me it's now that he's trying to catch some sleep, like he was uploading some files online. Like it takes a lot of uploads, a lot of information. They ask for documentation. They ask for a lot of documents. You need to prove this, prove that. But it wasn't really easy. But because we never wanted to miss the opportunity, I stick to it, and a whole lot of people helped me along the line. I won't lie. Takong Davis, he helped me a lot. Priestley Andor, Miss Agbo, Obet in Boya, and Ma Brenda Elung, the delegate of arts and culture Boya. They did an amazing work. Like they just helped me to just let this thing happen, and we submitted at the final day, like the deadline. That's when we actually submitted the project. So it was really really challenging, but we finally made it through, and I think Agbo Gilbert has the greater part of the credit for this work.
Wow, that's beautiful. Hidden Dreams, a Cameroonian movie that has just made it to the 94th edition of the Academy Awards. It's been selected. So we are going to come to that to know what that means to say that it's been selected, perhaps not nominated, but selected. Well, I think it's important to even talk about the movie. Let's just talk about this movie, because if it gets to this stage, if it finds its way to the Oscars, it means there is something in it. When did you shoot this movie?
All right. We shot this movie. It was January 2020. Like
Okay.
January, February, yes.
Okay. On what locations? Was it in Bamenda?
No, it was shot at the West region in a small village called Baigom at Fumbot.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
That's interesting. And what motivated you to shoot this film in the first place?
All right. I think my first motivation was what I saw in the story itself.
Mhm.
I felt like there's something in the story that it's going to relate a lot to the community around. You know, talking about
We are stuck again. Hopefully, go right ahead.
yeah, talking about this early marriage stuff, linking it to the consequences that comes with it, and a whole lot of stuff. And
Okay, Hidden Dreams, talking about early marriage. That is the story.
like
And we're listening to the producer. Justin, are you back? Hopefully, we'll get him back. His images are stuck there, and the sound isn't going through us. Oh, well, and he's live from Bamenda. Hopefully, that will be sorted out. Can you hear me now? Okay, unfortunately, we cannot hear him. He can hear us perhaps, but we cannot hear him. This is Apex One Radio. Let's find out if he's back. Are you back? Okay, we still cannot hear him. We are live on Apex One Radio. We are speaking with the producer, director, and one of the actresses in Hidden Dreams. Hidden Dreams is a Cameroonian movie that has just made it to the Oscars. The news broke early today, and the movie has been selected at the 94th Academy Awards. It's a movie that was shot in January of 2020, produced by Justin Nchini, directed by Gang Romanos, starring Otia Vitalis, Libota McDonald, Syriet Chair, Vuga Samson, and Sylvia Bright. Sylvia is one of our guests in today's edition of Apex Snapshot, and they are on radio to tell us how they feel about this great news. Let's find out if they are back with us. Justin, are you back?
please, Yes, we are back. Sorry,
Okay,
couple
no
of
problem.
challenges,
We're going to write on.
calls,
We're
noise.
going to write on like that. No problem. So, yes, you said this film was shot in January of last year. Let me find out from Romanos. Romanos, tell us, how did you get to be the director of Hidden Dreams?
Okay. Can I say I was lucky, or can I say,
Definitely,
well,
you were, because today the Oscars is recognizing you. So you were.
yeah, okay. Justin is somebody I've been working with for a very long time. So I
Mhm,
actually shot his first film. So I think it was just kind of a privilege having him to give me the opportunity to do this one again.
mhm. And so, tell us the experience you had while you were directing this movie, with the rest of the crew members, with the owners of the project, with the actors on set.
Well, I think it was very challenging though, because it was first of its kind. I was handling a project
Mhm,
that large. The crowd was the cast and crew was a really big crowd, and
mhm,
managing it as a director was a bit difficult. But
mhm,
I managed to pull through. And then most of the cast were older than me, so it was really a bit of a problem relating with them and
mhm.
all that. But then I just had to stick to the game, and we pulled through with the project.
Before I get back to Sylvia, let me find out from Justin. We're talking about the story. Take us back to the story. What is it all about?
All right. As the synopsis states, it's a film about an inquisitive British trained scout who is displaced to a primal village,
Mhm,
where he actually gets there, and actually it's a village that is very stained when it comes to tradition and its stuff. But out of love, this guy has to go against this tradition, and it actually puts his life into great danger.
mhm,
So it's a whole lot of stuff. It has a whole lot of interesting plots that people can really relate to. Talking about sickle cell, we handle the sickle cell community. We talk about the struggles of a girl child, education, and a whole lot of stuff, African tradition and cultures, and it's a whole package put together that
right.
it's going to be thrilling.
Who wrote the
Yeah.
story?
It's written by Estin Young Jr.
Okay. Let me talk with Sylvia. Sylvia, tell us, how did you get on board this production?
Okay. Um, Firstly, I think I was privileged from birth because the producer of this movie is my brother, and
Mhm,
Justin Brown.
mhm,
And I featured in his first movie. In his second movie, that was actually my first movie, Bed of Thorns, and
mhm,
we got good reviews, and that is how he casted me for his second movie.
mhm.
His
And
third movie, I think.
tell us about your character
My
in the movie.
character,
Mhm.
Jang.
Okay.
Jang is a teenager, a strong teenager who has great passion for education, but is held back by tradition and other stuffs or other things that actually affect the society.
Mhm,
She has passion for school, she's resilient, she's strong, she fights for what she has, and most importantly, she has hidden dreams. But
mhm.
does she achieve these dreams? That is when tradition comes into play and sickle cell and other stuffs that have been handled in the movie.
I'll come back to you. Let me find out from Justin. Could you present the rest of the cast, at least the main one?
Okay. First, I would like to start with someone, though he's not the lead. He's a supporting character and someone I owe great respect to. Oh, is no one but Mr. Voga Samson
Mhm,
for his understanding, collaboration, and his great performance in this movie. Then we have Silver Bright, who is my kid sister, who took the lead role as Yang. Then we have Mr. Otia Vitalis. He was
mhm,
just an amazing actor. We have Estin Young Jr., who is also the writer. We have Sirette Che. She's a great actress, and she's doing a whole lot of great movies out there. Then we have Naya Rufina. She's a very powerful actress, and I would like to work with her again and again. Then I was played a very small role in the movie too,
Mhm.
and I did enjoy. It was quite interesting, producing such a project, and coming back to future in front of the camera was also very very challenging. But I think it was possible because I had an amazing crew that actually made the work easy. I think that was the only way for me to succeed in both aspects. And there are a whole lot of different, very interesting actors that took part in this movie, and there's just a whole lot of them that I like. I just give you a recap of those main actors as you asked.
Did you cast these actors perhaps because they are the closest to you, and they are some of those you've worked with over the years, or they
No,
actually
no,
each of them
I
actually
don't
fitted in
think
the role that they did?
I don't think I did that. First of all, the only person I was working with that I've worked with before, I think, was Sylvia Bright, and she actually had to prove it because I think at the initial stage she wasn't even the one I had in mind, but she had to prove it that she can really do this. We also got some actors from auditions, and it's like I was working with just two actors I've worked with before, if I'm not mistaken. Like the rest were just people that I knew, not like I. The rest were just people that I've never worked with before, and most of them were gotten from the audition. So I never really had anyone in mind.
Mhm.
I think anyone that had any role, the person deserved the role.
Right. This is Apex Radio. We're broadcasting from the United States of America. We're speaking with the makers of Hidden Dreams that is making its way to the 94th Oscars. Right. Let me get back to the director. Romanos, tell me, when you were shooting this movie, when you were directing this movie, did it at any time occur to you that this movie could get to places, including the Oscars? Did that ever come to your mind?
I knew I was doing a good movie, but I never thought of the Oscars.
Okay.
I didn't actually have that in mind that I was doing a movie for the Oscars, but we just had it in mind that let's do a good film.
Mhm.
Uh,
And when you sat back and watched this film on the screen, uh, were you convinced that you did a good job?
yeah, I must say I was convinced because it took us a year to edit this film.
Okay.
We did the first edit and I was really not satisfied with, and we had to dump everything and go back to the second edit. That's when our big bro Takong Davis came in and gave us a hand in the
Mhm,
final post production, and I was really satisfied. I think I'm satisfied with what I have now.
mhm. Let me go to Sylvia. I know most actors nowadays, you know, perform in movies hoping that these movies will be submitted to festivals, awards, and somehow they could be recognized, they could be pinpointed and awarded. When you were shooting this movie, did that occur to you? And you might have been thinking of some awards, but did the Oscars come to your mind?
At the time when this movie was done, I must say the Oscars was like an illusion in our minds. It was just a
Okay.
dream we saw far away. And if I tell you I thought of it, then it's a lie. I just hoped that this movie would go places, but never
Mhm.
in my wildest dreams did I think it will ever feature in the Oscars. That's why I was that shocked when I heard the news.
Tell me what this Oscars selection mean to your career as an actress.
It means a lot. It means it means everything to me. I think this is the biggest platform that every actor wants to be on.
Mhm.
And if my movie goes to this platform, then it just means the dream is actually coming to pass. So words cannot even explain how much this means to me. It just means a whole lot. It really means a lot to me.
Have you had a call from your friends, people around you? If so, what are they telling you?
From yesterday, my phone has been buzzing. A lot of congratulation messages. I think that's been the only conversation from yesterday.
Hmm.
Congratulations has been the only valuable conversation I've been having with my friends, and I'm really happy. They are happy for me, and I'm proud of my team and myself.
She's definitely proud of the team, and herself is big for an actress who is very young in her career to get to be recognized by the Oscars. Sylvia Bride is her name, lead actress in Hidden Dreams, the movie that has just made its way to the Oscars. We're speaking with the director and producer of the movie as well. This is Snapshots reaching you live from Apex One Radio. We're broadcasting from the United States. Justin, let me get back to you. When you look at the performance in this movie, how would you assess the job done by the cast?
Well, it is just amazing. Seriously, the actor's performance, it's really really great. I won't lie. I wish I was saying this why a whole lot of people have already watched the movie so they can really understand that I'm not just using words, but if you can just have a tips of it from the trailer, you will know that it's a great work done by the actors, and I don't regret using any of them, and they gave in their best of performance, and I am really really happy. I'm really really happy when it comes to performance of the movie. Like, I couldn't have asked for more.
Mm. And Romanos, tell us about the technical quality of the film. Before a film is selected by the Oscars, it means you know, it fits the standards, lighting, images, sound, and all of those things. I am a novice in the terrain, but tell me, how would you describe the film technically?
Well, before I talk about the technical aspect of the film, I want to first of all say a very big thank you to the producer Justin for actually providing what I asked for, because I think we had the best of what could make a good film. Yeah,
Okay.
we're shooting with a red camera. We had the best of technicians, and I think it's great. It was really great. Like, everybody bought into my vision. Everybody could see from my mind.
Mhm.
So I think there was a lot of collaboration. Everything technical, good cameras, good lighting, and
Mhm.
I must applaud the lighting technician. That's Ndongmo Claude. He
Mhm.
did a very marvelous job, and what you are seeing today, the images you are seeing today, is part of him. So I must say it was good. Technically, the film is up to standard. Technically, the film is up to
Okay.
where it is now. Yeah.
And one of the most important aspects of a film as well is the story. And so, whoever sat on that board to select this film is definitely not a Cameroonian. There may be some Africans on the board. I don't know, but my guess is that whoever was selecting this film uh, really doesn't know much about the story. The film is highlighting early marriage and all of that. So, tell us what would have convinced whoever was selecting this film, you know, to do so. How did you construct the story to come out and be convincing enough for a jury of that magnitude to select it?
Well, the first thing I did is I made sure this story is not focused on a particular age group, because the story cuts across every age group, so it touches the society in every aspect. And then the themes we treated in the story, we had sickle cell, which is one of the challenging illnesses that is actually plaguing the society today.
Mm.
And we had early marriages that is still actually disturbing some part of us today. And one interesting thing about the story is the introduction of the British Scout. That's something we saw just in the colonial days, and maybe a short period post-colonial, that we saw the British Scout. So introducing that back into the film was something unique. Was part of that's one of the things that make the film very unique. Was different from other films that have been treating themes like early marriages and sickle cell. So bringing in the Scouts actually made the film, gave the film a different taste from the usual.
Right.
Yeah.
We are speaking with the cast and crew of Hidden Dreams, which has made its way to the 94th edition of the Academy Awards, call it the Oscars. It comes 1 year after another Cameroonian movie was selected, The Fisherman's Diary, which is on Netflix as we speak. Justin is the producer, Romano's the director, Sylvia, lead actress. So, Justin, tell us, where do we go from here? What next? Especially for those who really don't follow the Oscars. So, what is the next phase? Before we even get there, what does selection mean? This film has been selected for the Oscars. What does that mean? And is that a nomination? What does that mean? Explain that to us.
All right. For the first question you asked, what next? Really, the movie is still getting out there. Like the first official premiere is being will be done on the 5th of December next month. Epic Event Center in Bamenda,
Okay.
and from there we're already sealing up some deals with distributors that are really going to take this movie out there. So for now, we just hope for the best, but we cannot be very specific on which platform the movie is actually going to be on. But we trust our distributors, and we know that they are actually going to do a great job, and this movie is going to be available worldwide. We all pray that happens. All right. Then for the second question, what this selection means is actually it was selected for the indigenous language category, for that's international, which means
Okay.
every country actually submit a movie to the Oscars in a language other than English.
Okay.
So it's just like an indigenous category,
Okay.
and when they do submit at the first stage, it means you have passed the criteria that Oscar actually wants for the
Mhm.
movie to actually start facing its competition. So it's
Mhm.
not really easy, and we had all that in mind, and we made it through the first stage,
Mhm.
and I think we are in the database, and we are hoping for the next round of the competition, which is going to be shortlisted to 15 countries.
Okay.
So we are hoping that we make it to that round, and from the shortlist of 15, I think the nomination is going to take place at that point. As at this point, we are making entry into the Oscars, and we have a huge competition ahead of us. But
Mm.
the good thing is we are in. So I think that's what matters. So if they can
The good
recognize us
thing
and accept us in, then I think it's a great achievement for us.
The good thing is that Hidden Dreams is in. That's already a big achievement. And that reminds me, let's talk about the language in which the movie is shot. In which language is it shot?
We used
Okay.
Pidgin English, that's
Mhm.
Cameroon Pidgin.
Mhm.
We use a bit of Com language,
Okay.
that's my language, and we use a bit of Mancon and English. So we had altogether four languages that
Mhm.
we used in the movie, and I
Wow.
think the most was Pidgin.
Mhm.
English was second, then the Com and the Mancon language was
Mhm.
were minor, and they made up to the number four.
I would have been asking this question to the writer of the movie, Estin, but since he's not here, I just want to find out from you, filmmakers, what does it take to produce scripts, film scripts in a language that is not English, for instance?
All right, let me give this to my director to actually talk on this one. Let him
Right.
talk about this one.
Okay, it's really not a convention to write scripts in the mother tongue and all that. Most scripts here are written in English, so it's the place now of the director to actually buy the vision and then get the script translated to that language. And when you do something like that, you need to get the language director that will actually who is versed with the language that you have translated your script to, that
Okay.
you'll be working hand in glove with to make
Mhm.
sure that okay they stick to the language that you have translated the script to.
Mhm. So let me ask another tricky question here. If you get, say, a Liberian or a Nigerian, uh, uh, as an actor in your movie, and they have to speak Mancon, for instance, how do you go about with that? Is that possible? Is that feasible?
Yeah, it's very feasible. I think if you have a Nigerian and you want him to him or her to speak in the common language,
Mhm.
the first thing you need to do is bring the person on board earlier, maybe 2 to 3 weeks
Okay, and
before
start
the
training them.
actual production date. And then you have the language director go
Okay.
through a series of trainings with the actor before the actual filming date. With that, he's versed with the language. He will be able to actually pull through with his scenes
Mhm.
and his lines in the language that you want.
Mhm. Justin, back to what next? So, here is Hidden Dreams selected for the Oscars. Uh, do Cameroonians, do your fans, do other people have anything to do about it? I don't know about the voting and so on, but what does the rest of us have to do?
Please, I will plead to ask the question of game. My neighbor was kind of breaking, so I
Okay.
didn't get the question
Yes, I just
right.
wanted to find out because normally in things like this, they would ask people to vote, support, and stuff. With the Oscars, I don't know how it happens. So, what do you expect of the general public after this selection?
Uh, well, as at this point, I think the most important thing is people giving reviews, like maybe
Okay.
positive reviews to the movie. I don't think the Oscars is into voting for the public. I don't think they do that.
Mhm.
So as of now, we will just want people to maybe give reviews about the movie. Like we have been having a lot of Oscar bloggers writing us that
Okay.
they want to screen this movie so they can give reviews about the
Reviews.
movie. A whole lot of them. I think we are responding to their emails and
Okay.
we are going to take their reviews so that we can use it and improve on ourselves and
Mhm.
also use it to as part of the movie so that we can actually use it out there when we are trying to maybe tackle the market.
Mhm.
And for Cameroonians, we pray that when they have the opportunity to watch the movie, let's say maybe during premieres that are coming up or when it goes out there, I think we will be very grateful if we can have a honest review from the viewers so that
Okay.
we can improve on our craft from what we did.
Mhm. So, I don't know if you've done that already. Are you planning to set up a communications strategy, a campaign from now till when the Oscars will actually take place on how to promote, you know, reviewing of this film? Are you planning anything on that?
Well, as of now, I haven't gone specifically into that, but we have a Facebook page that we communicate everything about this movie,
Okay.
and and every development that comes up, we are going to drop it on our page so that
Okay.
people who are following up this movie can actually see. We just search on YouTube or Hidden Dreams.
Okay.
Um, I'm sure yes, you're probably going to see it. Then you'll see the movie has been going to a whole lot of different festivals out there. We put them out on the page. It
Mhm.
also has a lot of challenges and stuff that we're giving out for people concerning the upcoming premiere that you can also follow up,
Mhm.
win some ticket, win some prize for yourself. So we are trying our best to engage the community with the project
Mhm.
at our own level, and we hope that if people can actually follow up, they will get their own share of the cake.
Mhm. So, remind us of the Facebook page. How is it called?
Hidden Dreams.
Hidden Dreams. Okay.
Yeah.
And you say you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yes, we have a yes. The YouTube channel is my name, Chini
Okay.
Justin, or on Flashlight Production. You can just search
Mhm.
Flashlight.
Mhm.
Their YouTube channel
Mhm.
have the trailer uploaded there. Then the soundtrack, like the official soundtrack album, is uploaded on my YouTube channel. It's
Mhm.
free, so people can actually start connecting with the movie before they even see it out on screens.
Beautiful. Sylvia, tell me, does this latest achievement make you want to work even harder, and achieve more in the future?
Yes, actually, yes. When I got the news, I was very happy, and then I felt like, whoa. I did this movie not even knowing it was going to go for the Oscars, and the least I could have done was to give
Mhm.
in my best. And so, this is an encouragement for me. If we can get to this level, then I would keep pushing harder so that one day, why not win the Oscars?
Mhm. Right. So, Sylvia, my last question to you would be if there's anyone you think has contributed to this and you would like to pay tribute to them, who could that be?
Um, the truth of the matter is there is no specific person that I really want to talk about. My family as a whole has been my support system. Starting from my big brother, the producer of this movie, he gave me a chance to be on such a platform like this. I know I'm very capable of doing what I'm doing, but not a lot of people would have believed in me like he did. And my family has been there to support me during my low moments. They've been praying for me, they've been praying for the project, and they've always been there for me. So I give it all to my family
Right,
and
she
my
did it
flatline
all.
family, not forgetting
She
them.
did it all for her family and the people who support her. Sylvia Bright is her name. Romanos, we're about to run off. Tell us what this means to your career as a director.
Okay. Well, this actually came as a blow, but a positive one though.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but then I just think it's kind of an encouragement. I just think it's telling me that you can do better. I just think it's telling me that okay, you should keep working hard,
Mhm.
and one day you get there. Yeah.
Mhm. Justin, there have been scores of Cameroonian movies, so many of them shot over the years. And in recent times, we've seen Cameroonian movies get to very big platforms, including Netflix. But the Oscars is not really common, very rare. I may be mistaken, but you should be the second producer to hit the Oscars. What does that mean to you as a producer?
Third, actually.
All right. First of all, I think you made a mistake. I should be the third from Cameroon. Like this
Okay,
should be
third.
the, yeah, this should be the third selection that Cameroon is getting from
The
the
third, as a matter
Oscar.
of fact, yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So to me, really, it is really encouraging as a producer. I started off, and to be truthful, I learned a lot in the process when I was doing it.
Mhm.
I learned a lot from my mistakes, and I know I'm not yet there. There's still a lot to learn, but I think with opportunities like this actually showing up is just to make me understand that I'm on the right track, and if I can continue, I will actually get there tomorrow. So as of now, I think um, we have to improve on ourselves so that we can actually stand with the big guns one day, and they will know our names right to the ends of the world.
They'll
So
definitely know their names right to the end of the world. Justin is his name, producer of Hidden Dreams, that has made it to Oscars, the 94th edition. Gentlemen and ladies, I want to thank you so much. Beginning with the actress, Sylvia. Congrats, yours is a wonderful achievement. You've done really, really good, and this is just the beginning. Definitely, there are more things and achievements coming your way. Romanos, thank you so much. It's rare to have a director get to that level. If you are the third from your country to do so, then that is very big. Don't take it for granted. Justin, as a producer, this is just the highest point one can hit. If the Oscars can even just think of you, then that's so big. So congrats on the great job. So I want to thank you guys so much. Definitely we will be following up as it unfolds, and if need be, we will have to invite you back on this platform. Then we'll continue the talk. So thank you so much, and congrats once again.
thank you so much for your platform. Really appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. We are grateful. Thank
Thank you
Right.
you.
so much.
Do have a fantastic rest of the day out there in Bamenda, and we hoped to come back to them as time unfolds. This is Apex One Radio broadcasting from the United States of America, and I want to thank all of you who took your time to listen to this breaking news. Of course, I must say that we put up this broadcast, in a split of a second. It was an impromptu broadcast. We did not plan it. The news broke, and we reacted to it. So thank you so much. Marcel Adit was in Valsuch. He controlled us from that end digitally. The entire Apex One radio team has been monitoring this live broadcast, which has been reaching you from the United States of America, precisely from the old city of Columbus and the state of Ohio. My name is Ernest Kanjum. I will be back at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be 9 a.m. Central Time, with another edition of Apex Snapshot. This time, development version, and we will be speaking to Franco Bongam, the executive director of Bright Light projects. He'll be talking about the United Nations accreditation, which BLP had recently. Until I meet you in an hour's time, do have a fantastic time. Bye for now, and may God bless you.